For months, there's been one question on everyone's mind. When will the man Becky Lynch return to WWE? Well, today, I have news that you've been hoping for, you've been waiting for. The latest reports are buzzing, and the possibility of her comeback looks stronger than ever. Let's dive deep into the details of what this could mean for the future of WWE. We saw Becky Lynch at the WWE Hall of Fame on Friday night. She was accompanied by Seth Rollins. Now, this is the first time that we've seen her on an actual WWE program since May of 2024. She dropped the Women's World Championship to Liv Morgan at the King and Queen of the Ring PLE before losing to Liv Morgan yet 2 nights later in a steel cage match on Monday Night Raw. Now, her contract with WWE expired in June of 2024, leading to an absence from television. She then was a free agent, leading to speculation about her future. She took time off to pursue acting opportunities, and as soon as news broke that, hey, she's not going to renew her deal, she's going to take a hiatus, it was very, very clear that she was not going to AEW. Now, she has been involved in some promotional work for the company. Their move to Netflix, Monday Night Raw going to Netflix, starting in January of this year. She also did promotional work for her autobiography, which came out in March, which is actually a very good read, and I highly recommend you check that out. Now, reports emerged indicating that Becky Lynch had re-signed with WWE in late 2024 into 2025. The first quarter of 2025, there's a lot of speculation about her because she had attended in December a WWE and Netflix event in December, indicating her continued connection with the company. Now, there was reports that, hey, in January, it was reported that she was added back to the WWE internal active roster. Then there was reports of, hey, they're coming up with creative pitches. Then it was, well, she'll be on the Raw on Netflix premiere, and that didn't happen. And then there was reports of, well, she'll be in the Royal Rumble in February, and that didn't happen. And then people are like, well, is she going to miss WrestleMania? And that is apparently what's going to happen, although I have something I want to keep in mind, and I'll get to in a minute. Then she came out and she was like hosting a comedy event in early April. And she's like, I'm not wrestling anymore. Who knows what happens in the future. Then she attends the Hall of Fame with Seth Rollins, and fans are like, oh, okay, that's cool. She's offering her moral support to him and the company and everything like that. That's nice. And then PW Insider reports, no. The strong belief is Becky Lynch will make her return to WWE television very soon, potentially as part of a significant angle at WrestleMania 41 or on the Raw following it. She was seen in Las Vegas with her husband, and it's like, oh, okay, this could happen. So, look, Becky Lynch, she's probably not going to wrestle at WrestleMania. But I want to throw this out. Now, this has not been reported. This has not been confirmed. Nothing to that degree. But it just made me think. There was a report earlier this week where Fightful reported, hey, United States champion Chelsea Green, there's been several pitches to get her onto the WrestleMania card. There was one pitch involving, hey, what if we did an open challenge? What if an Alexa Bliss or a Nikki Bella, 2 names mentioned in the report, answered the open challenge? That would be pretty cool, right? Especially for Nikki Bella and Alexa Bliss. She's been off television for a while, and then we get Chelsea Green on the card. Well, if Becky Lynch is expected to be back on television, what if Becky Lynch comes out there and answers the open challenge from Chelsea Green? What if Becky Lynch returns and wins the United States Championship from Chelsea Green in her first night back with the company in almost a year? That would be interesting. Now, you do have an issue where the women's championship for the United States title is on SmackDown. And historically speaking, they like to keep couples on the same brand. But what if Chelsea Green worded it as, I'm not putting my title on the line, I just want a fight? I mean, she's a heel. She can play up how well. I want competition. I want a challenge, but I'm not willing to put my title on the line. You have to beat me first in order to get a title shot, or something to the effect of that. You could also do that. There's little ways you can get around there. Is it possible that there's a segment with Chelsea Green and she does whatever, and Becky Lynch, whether it's after a match or just simply a segment, comes out there and lays out Chelsea Green? I could see that. There's also there's also another direction you can go. She has history with a lot of names on this card. If you're wanting to stick her on Monday Night Raw, well, there's two names that comes to mind. You have a situation in which she could confront the winner of the women's triple threat, okay? Where she confronts Rhea or Io or Bianca, okay? And sets up that next title feud, or just confronts a contender afterwards. Or what I would propose, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are defending the women's tag team titles on this card. They're doing so against Lyra Valkyria and Bayley. Okay? Liv Morgan was the last one to face Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan beat Becky Lynch twice. She's the reason why Becky Lynch hasn't been on television storyline-wise. That could be a direction. That would, and I've pitched this before plans were really finalized for Mania. It's like, why wouldn't you want, if you're Liv Morgan, to work with Becky Lynch? Y'all have a ton of history. Y'all have a ton of chemistry. It makes sense if you did so. You come in, Becky Lynch, she works with her. She has to go through Raquel, then Liv. It keeps the titles on Liv and Raquel. Okay, there's not much going on in the women's tag team division right now. It buys you time. It gives you time to build up worthy contenders, in which they absolutely desperately need. You get something notable out of a Becky Lynch, out of a Liv Morgan. It only helps Liv. Okay, Becky Lynch is part of the reason why Liv, her stock has risen so highly. What if you did that? That would make a lot of sense to me. That would make sense to me. I like the idea. I think they should go with the idea. And I'm very curious to see what they're able to do. So if you're in that direction, then I absolutely think that you have to go in it. I think that's what you do. I think it's what you got to do. But either way, we are getting back Becky Lynch on television in WWE, not only one of their biggest female stars, but one of their biggest stars in the entire company. This is massive. This is major. Just in time for WrestleMania. And, hey, I also can't rule out the fact of what if they keep her return for Monday Night Raw, right? Like, they always like to have big moments on post WrestleMania episode of Monday Night Raw. What if you did that? That would also make a lot of sense to me. So there's so many different directions that they can go in. I would be curious to see what you guys think down in the comments area below. But I am all for it. And I think this is wonderful news for everyone involved. I really do. Hey, you thought we were done here. No. One quick thing. If you would, let me know your thoughts on this video. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did I get wrong? What did I get right? I'd love to hear your voice down below. Thanks for watching, y'all.